during London session. As you can see, we're focusing on this little piece of price action here. Obviously, we have the new week opening gap that formed from the time between Friday close up here and Sunday night open. So we have this gap that we formed during the session, well, just before Asia session. So we have a 1 hour FVG. Let's say that's what it is, because technically that's what it is on this chart. So we have this gap filled here. Price tags into this consequent encroachment of that FVG and then closes back below opening price. Okay, so for me, when I came in on London session, I was looking at this candle. Hence, this candle here closed, and I was looking at this candle at 6 a.m. London time. So I knew going into this candle, I was expecting price to target these Asia lows, and then ultimately targeting these lows as well. But if you look on the 4-hour chart, you can actually see that, again, like I always seem to be preaching recently, that these 4-hour candles seem to hold the key with this style of trading. We've swept here on the 4-hour. We've created an open and then a high. Okay, as soon as the high is put in and we start coming back below, which we did on the 2nd hour, we was around about this level here. Okay, and I'll show that again. So we have, this is the 1st hour. We have an open, the high is created, and then we start targeting for the lows to create an open, high, low. Okay, so 4-hour again, very clean and clear. The target was obviously this draw down here, this draw here, which was the Asia lows. Okay, so what did we see? So we seen this really clean close back, sweep and close back below. Consequent encroachment was tapped into. Then we was coming into London session, so it was time for me to look for a setup. And as you can see, we had multiple chances to get into a trade. Okay, so here on the 15-minute, this would have been the cleanest setup you could have took today. And I did say this live. I was calling this live in my Discord as well. But this is the cleanest setup you could have took today. I always target at 1 to 2. Boom, very easy, minimal drawdown. As you can see, this 15-minute FVG, moved up to the side. This 15-minute FVG here was very, very clean, respected perfectly. Didn't even need to tag into this one up here. Why not? Well, we have this order block here as well. Literally, you can see multiple things why price done what it done. Order block, tagged, look how perfect it is. We got this FVG up here, doesn't need to be tapped into because we got the one just down below here. Very, very clean, okay? So that's the 15-minute chart and how we could have took an entry. My entry was a little bit off that because I was a little bit impatient with my entry today. Because I watched price run really, really aggressively in the back end of the hour, so I was a little bit eager to get in. Okay, so we open up here, 2 a.m., sink. So ideally, you want to see price come back above opening price. It doesn't have to happen. I'm not that bothered if it does or it doesn't. And then ultimately, what I did was I just waited for this FVG to get tagged into, which it did. And then there you can see my entry off of that exact area. Now, this was all sent in live as it was happening. And as you can see, again, minimal drawdown. Price easily hit the 1 to 2. Okay, very, very clean. And to be honest, it's the most... I think the most effective way of trading recently has been watching this 4-hour chart and then just targeting the drawn liquidity based on the 4-hour. This is more to do with the fact that I only really trade and want to be in my trades for up to like an hour and a half, 2 at the max. Normally basing it on one session. These 4-hour candles are normally based on one session. As you can see, this opened at 1 a.m. Let me show you that. So you can see 1 a.m. it opened. Okay, we got the 1 a.m. here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was out my trade by this time. London closed here. Okay, so you got London closed just there. So this is it. Open, high, low, close. Okay, so I got the distribution leg of London, which is exactly how I want to trade. And it would have been the same for New York if I want to trade that as well. We always want to try and use the 4-hour candle, get on the distribution side of the 4-hour candle, use the 1 hour to determine if we're going to grab an entry using the CRT or 1, 2, 3 method. So just having a sweep into an FVG and a close back below or within the range of a price. And then obviously looking on the lower time frames, 15-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute, 3-minute, whatever you want for an entry. And as you can see, price creates the market structure shift, comes back in, tags, goes lower, comes back in, tags, goes lower, comes back in, tags, go lower. And you can see this is just a market maker sell model. Price is respecting all of the bearish FVGs, which is exactly what we want to see. Okay, so very, very clean price action, and yeah, you can go down any time frame you want, and they'll have the same bearish PDRAs being respected. Okay, look, even here I haven't even looked at the 3-minute, but again, look, bearish 3-minute FVG respected, price goes lower, again respected, goes lower, respected off the order block, boom, goes lower, big sink off here, respected, goes lower, and you can do that on all of the time frames. Time's always fractal. It will be doing the same thing on one of them as it's doing on the other. You just will get more entries on a lower time frame. You just be a bit more aggressive as well. So yeah, very, very clean trade, and it's still running to the lows, so it should target these lows down here, if I believe. Well, I would have been done anyways because the previous day's low's been taken out, but in general we could see price really start to sink off. There's a little bit of sort of consolidation here. If we look at GJ as well, we're inside this FVG, price may want to just start sinking off now, targeting these relative equal lows or low resistance liquidity, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that was the review of the trade. Very clean EJ setup, and it was all called live on the Discord. As you can see here, we can open up the thread in full, and here's the exact 15-minute chart. As you can see, time that I sent it into the group. This is the FVG that opened up. There was another one that opened up here, which is where we ultimately took the entry from. Okay, and as you can see, everything's explained. Price is sent in, and ultimately here is the trade that we took. So that's me for today. Done. I ended up taking over 2% in profit today, so very happy with this trading morning.